Hello YouTube, this is Rack Attack from Rack Attack Gamer Channel. Um, I want to talk to you today about stuff I like to talk about. Anyway, man, let me just get into it. Let's go through some preliminaries first. Everything I have to say is my opinion. I preface this way because opinions, anybody can have an opinion. What I say is my opinion, and I'm just presenting that here to YouTube. You can take or leave what you will of it, and that's it. So there's one housekeeping thing that needed to be done. Next, why the mask? Well, if you look at my other videos, which, by the way, we might as well just get right into that too, is, well, let's go back to this. The subject and the nature of things that I like to talk about are not something I want. I'm Rack Attack Online, and I'm whoever I am out there in the real world. And I'd like to keep it that way for a little while. Now, if this YouTube channel becomes some sort of big thing and I'm raking in the cash or something like that, then I'll decide whether I want to expose myself to become a public figure. But right now, I don't want to do that, and so the mask is the mask, and that's the way it is. All right, let's get into other preliminaries. This kind of stuff that I'm going to be talking about today is going to draw heavily on all sorts of stuff that I've done before. So go to my channel, Rack Attack Gamer, which you must be on now if you're watching this, unless somebody's hosting this, which I doubt. But anyway, Rack Attack Gamer is the channel, and look at Rack's Red Pill. Look for it in my channel. You can watch them all. Matter of fact, I wish you would, because you need to know this stuff. It has to deal with the New World Order, gun control, mind control, how society is being divided and conquered, social manipulation, Alex Jones, Trump, Illuminati, symbolisms, and the diamond system of crowd control. That's one you really ought to look into. It's a goofy little video made very quickly, and it's not very technical. I didn't put no massive graphics into that, but what the message of it is important, so look into that. This Texas shooting thing is a little bit outdated, but still you can look into it. And I made a little funny video about Alex Jones being banned from everywhere. But that's what consists of Rack's Red Pill now. And this video, I might add to the Rack's Red Pill. I don't know where, but I'll stick it in there somewhere. So let's continue. These other previous videos, if you don't know what I'm talking about, or if you don't believe me, go watch all these other videos and you'll start to get the idea. The trouble is people won't research. People won't look. And that's one of the main reasons why I'm here today. So what else are we getting into? The destruction of the world, apocalypse, revelations, end times. We're in deep trouble. In my assessment of what's going on in this world, we're in deep trouble. That's why this video's here now. That's what I'm coming here for. I see not only major problems happening in our world, but we're right on the brink of, how could I say this? Well, the situation that's going on with Trump. In my opinion, if Trump gets removed from office for any reason or in any way, we have some extremely serious problems right in front of that. Right after that happens, we have very big problems. So this is a serious video as far as I'm concerned. Let's just continue on, though. It's serious. I'm talking about big end of the world type things happening, in my opinion. Just trust me on this for now. Let's just keep going. Next. What am I talking about? Who's going to destroy it? Well, the New World Order. The New World Order, maybe it's even just written in the cards. So this world's going to be destroyed, and that's all there is to it, and there's nothing we can do about it. I don't know. Even if that is true, I would like to try to do something to prevent massive problems in the world. So, hence this video and some other videos that I've made and stuff like that. But the New World Order is the biggest problem and threat in this world as far as I'm concerned. What is the New World Order? Why is it a big threat? All that stuff, go look at my other videos. I get into it there. Look at the one regarding the New World Order. Let's see. The New World Order exists. Wake the blank up. So, we are talking about the New World Order. Go back to watch that other video if you don't believe the New World Order exists. But as a little bonus, let's get into it. Just a little hair showing you that the New World Order exists. Because I can't believe I'm still getting problems with people on Twitter and stuff like that, or even real life, where I'll say about the New World Order, and they'll be like, "That's just a conspiracy theory. What are you coming with that for?" Whatever. People are so stupid. In general, people are so stupid, and they outright refuse this, say it's not real, but will not look into it. Refuse to look into it. I present them the evidence. Oh my. I present them the evidence. No, I'm not looking at that. No, I'm not looking at that. And they just go on believing whatever the heck they want to believe. They will not believe the New World Order, which I'll get into a little bit later. Way up, watch the mouse, way up here. Somewhere over here, I'll tell you what's going on with that. Let's continue. As a little bit of a proof, I went to one of my videos called, the music video that I made. Me and Kelly Weeks. Kelly Weeks did the music, I did the lyrics, and we put it all together, and I edited it out into a video. So I did the editing. I did the lyrics and the editing. Kelly Weeks did the music and the singing. So who's Kelly Weeks? So I should have put something up and give you a link to him, but sorry, I didn't do it. So what is this? Well, this is a quick way to prove a little bit that the New World Order exists. I can't believe I have to keep doing this. This is ridiculous. People need to wake up. Ugh. If you're listening to this video, you're probably one that already kind of knows. I really want to get to the imbeciles, the idiots that don't know this stuff and then refuse to look into it. Unbelievable. This world is in so much trouble. These people are walking around like whatever. This is kind of the purpose. We'll get into that too a little bit later. Let's go. Here, let's play a little bit. I got this speeded up so that you can just hear the key points that I want to get at, which is the words, the New World Order, spoken by prominent people all over the world. Let's go.
The New World Order. A New World Order. A New World Order. New World Order. A New World Order. For a New World Order. Give a New World Order. For the New World Order. New World Order. It's new and involving world order. The New World Order. A New World Order. The New World Order. The New World Order. A New World Order. New World Order. The New World Order. New World Order. New World Order. New World Order. The New World Order. The New World Order.
A new order. For the centuries, for the ages, forever.
A New World Order. A New World Order.
Interdependent world order.
The New World Order. The New World Order.
The New World Order.
The New World Order. The New World Order. The New World Order. The New World Order.
The New World Order.
The New World Order.
The New World Order.
The New World Order. The New World Order. The New World Order. The world order that I think all of us would like to see.
All right, and then it goes into the music video, which is highly speeded up now. You have to watch it on your own. This is going to be one of the stills I'm going to talk about. But let's continue on. So, I don't understand it. What kind of minds, what kind of brains do people have that they will not believe that, quote unquote, the New World Order exists at least? Just starting off that it exists. Let's continue on. We're going to get to this. I just happened to stop on this image. We're going to get to that too. Let's go on. If you don't believe it right out of the people's mouths, or if you don't believe the quote-unquote term New World Order, there's UN documents all over the place. Look for UN documents on global governance, on sustainability. This particular one I've heard much about. I did not read it yet, but I've heard about it. I know about it. I know some stuff that's in it. It's called Our Global Neighborhood. And it is a book. You can either buy the book as a physical book, or you can download it as a PDF, but you have to jump through some hoops. I believe I downloaded it about a few months back, but I have not read the whole thing yet. I've skimmed through it and stuff like that. And this goes on to show you that global governance is right out in the open. It's not a conspiracy theory. And even, you know what? I hate that terminology, conspiracy theory. For me, I don't give a damn. Conspiracy theories are what this world needs. We don't need conformity. We don't need to fit in with the crowd. We need to think on our own. We need to look into things. We need to not be caged in our little minds and worlds. We need to start looking into this stuff. People will not look into the New World Order. Why? Because it's a conspiracy theory. It's terrible. It's bad. No, I get into what a conspiracy theory and how that terminology was taken and demonized by the CIA to get people to stop looking into specifically the JFK assassination. But it works for everything now. You don't look into anything because everything that they don't want you looking into is a conspiracy theory. I think conspiracy theory, the whole terminology needs to be rerouted and switched up to be, oh, it's a good thing. Oh, it's a conspiracy theory. Oh, I better look into that because there must be something to it. Because 99.9%, as far as, well, no, not that much, but a heck of a lot of conspiracy theories are true, in some fashion or another, maybe 80%, 90%. But in some fashion or other, there's major truth in conspiracy theories, many of them. Check them out. Don't be afraid. Don't be a wuss. Don't be sitting back and saying, well, I'm not going to check into that because that's just ridiculous. Don't do that nonsense. Just start looking into stuff, especially the New World Order, because, man, we are in big trouble. Okay, let's continue. Why are we in big trouble? Well, depopulation. It's been said in documents and by verbatim from people's mouths, prominent people that are in the New World Order, or what I would consider in the New World Order, that they want to depopulate the Earth so that we don't take up resources and so this and whatever goofy reasons they come up with. Well, the only way to depopulate 7.5 billion people, that's what the current population of the Earth is. They want to state it to get rid of 7 billion people. So that leaves 500 million people. How do you get rid of 7 billion people? Well, they have to die. They have to die. We're talking about the intention of killing 7 billion people. The New World Order wants to get rid of 7 billion people. They can do it through all sorts of means. I don't want to get into that. That's a big tangent, and I don't want to get into it, but they can do it in many ways. And the ways, because of technology, the ways are getting more and more. The way they can do it. It's not far-fetched. They can do it, and they want to do it. They want to get rid of 7 billion people. Why? How do I know that? Well, let's go back to that graphic. A little bit bigger. These are the Georgia Guidestones. Georgia Guidestones are, well, I got videos on that too. Look them up. Look at my other videos. They are a monument out in Georgia that sprung up out of nowhere by some guy, I forget his name, R.C. Christian or something like that. Yeah, I think that's what it was, Robert Christian. I forget what the first name was. R.C. Christian. Something like that. And, well, here, we'll go to the next one. But before I go, maintain humanity under 500 million in perpetual balance. Well, the only way to maintain humanity at 500 million is to kill off 7 billion people. This is written in stone, big monuments out in Georgia. But people do not take this seriously. Now, whatever, let's continue on. If you want to know about the Georgia Guidestones, there's a Wikipedia entry. Go to a Wikipedia entry, read about it, if you don't know about it already. Let's continue on. Okay, so now let's go for a big twist here. So, let's go backwards a little bit. The New World Order exists. They're nefarious. They want to kill people. I think we are in... where's the picture? Yeah, I think we're in danger. I think we're in danger of them succeeding in gaining control of the world. And once they gain control of the world, then they're going to start their big stuff with the depopulation and everything else. Let's continue on to this little twist. All right, so how are they doing this? What's evident in the world today that shows the New World Order is actually trying to take over the world? Well, one big person that you can just look at and see is Trump. In my opinion, Trump got in to office as the president of the United States they made a mistake. The New World Order made a mistake. They underrated Trump. They didn't expect him to get in. They thought Hillary had it all ready to go, and they thought that Hillary was going to be president. But Trump had some personality to him that appealed to people. He was boisterous. He was saying stuff that the people wanted to hear too. Some of his programs and some of his outlines were what the people wanted to hear. And Hillary, in my opinion, is New World Order. Um, well, you got to go back and look at the history of Hillary and Bill and all this stuff, and you can start to figure it out. But let's continue. So why am I bringing up J. Edgar Hoover, which is on the screen right now, which I think it is on the screen. Yes, it is. Good. J. Edgar Hoover. He was, let's see, first director of the Federal Bureau of Investigation. He was in office May 10th, 1924 to May 2nd, 1972. Or no, it was no, it says in office. Okay, wait. So anyway, J. Edgar Hoover. It's got a Wikipedia entry. You want to learn about him, read up about him. What I'm getting into with J. Edgar Hoover is he had a little tricky trick up his sleeve. And what he would do when he was in office as the director of the FBI, he would compile dossiers on people. Let's go on to the next page because I already got that. FBI Director Hoover's Dirty Files. Well, whatever. Where this comes from, you can see it's a Daily Beast or whatever. But he would do this. This is well known. He would compile dossiers on people of their dirt. FBI Director kept infamous files on politicians' sex lives, including, well, whatever. Yeah, RFK's secret meetings with Marilyn Monroe, whatever. But he would do that. He would compile dirt on people, and they're saying politicians here. I'm saying more than that. Just get dirt in everybody you can, stick it in a file, get more and more and more, keep sticking more in there until we get whatever we need. For what purpose? Well, to leverage them. To leverage them. He can either bust them and throw them in prison after he has the dirt, or to leverage whatever they do. Whatever kind of power that they have, he would leverage that power by getting the dirt on them. So why do I bring this up? Because I think either through him or because of him, the New World Order said, you know what? That's a good method of doing things. That's a great method of control. Let's do that. Let's go grab dirt on people, stick it in files, and in case we ever need it, we'll bring it out and we'll use it. Now, going back to Trump. Trump kind of played with the idea of being president for a long time. People would ask him, he would say, you never know, I might not, whatever. But I would imagine the New World Order heard this, and Trump, in my opinion, is not New World Order, because that's why they're trying to get rid of him so hard. But anyway, they said to themselves, well, you know what, let's get some dirt on him. Let's get some dirt on him and make a file just in case he runs for president and we want to oust him. So what comes of this? Well, let's look on. You remember this? The Billy Bush tapes? The grabber by the whatever you know. You either know it or you don't. All right, so now they pushed this. This was probably done where they were searching for some type of dirt, and Bush, of the Bushes, Billy Bush, of the Bushes, came together and did this interview thing with Trump or whatever and left open a hot mic. And Trump basically said what he said. And, he was talking to another guy talk, basically, and never thought it would come of anything. But that was put on tape, filed away, like J. Edgar Hoover, to be used as dirt in case it was ever needed. So, Bush goes ahead, starts to go for the presidency. He starts to become a threat. And they said to themselves, whoa, his numbers are too good. This guy might just get in. We better do something. And they searched through their files, and they got their little thing out with the tape, and they played it thinking, okay, this has got him now. We got him because of what he said. And they pushed it in the media. They control the media. We're going to get to that. They pushed it in the media to demonize Trump. And they expected the world to say, oh my God, we can't have, and to Trump to fall apart, resign, and get out in shame and everything else. And none of it happened because Trump persisted. Trump persisted, and the people really didn't care. A goofy little statement like that. People say statements like that all the time. Amongst girlfriends, amongst guy friends, amongst whatever. These type of things are said all the time. What I'm talking about is the destruction of the world and the death of 7 billion people. And what they're talking about is whatever he said. A goofy little comment that he said. So you got the left going absolutely crazy about this comment. Oh, he's terrible. We got to get rid of him. I'm talking about the death of 7 billion people. And these people are talking about his goofy little comment. These people have no clue. No clue. I like to call them libtards because they're so out of it. They're so out of it. The world is on the brink, and they're playing around with goofy little comments like this. Ridiculous. Look, it's not a good comment. It's not something that should be said. In reality, if the world was perfect, it's not something that should be said. But is it said? It's always, these things are said all the time by guys in locker rooms, like they said, locker room talk. Look, I am talking about the serious nature, the depopulation, the poisoning of people, the killing of people, 7 billion reduction, world control where you can't move or anything without them giving the okay. Look at the surveillance system. Look at the state of the world it is now. Look at the state of, well, whatever. We're not headed there. I was going to say we're headed there. We're there now. We're there now in a surveillance system that it has the grips on people so much that it's beyond belief. I mean, years ago, people would say, "Oh, they're going to watch every move you make," and then people would say, "Well, how the heck are they going to do that?" Well, hell, not only do they do it, but we pay for it ourselves. You have a cell phone? You carry that thing around, the GPS coordinates and everything. They know exactly what you do, where you go, what you say. They're listening to everything you say. They're recording it all. Look up Echelon. Look up Prism. Echelon and Prism. Look up those things. Anyway, I'm talking about something so serious. And talk about, oh, he's a racist. He's this, he's that. He's talking about grabbing people by the whatever. This is ridiculous baloney. We're talking about serious stuff here. World domination, world control, depopulation of 7 billion people, murder of 7 billion people. That's what we're talking about. And these idiots are talking about goofy little stuff that means no difference. Oh, you know, let's just throw something else in. While I'm thinking about it, I'm going to throw it in even though I don't have no pictures for it. This racism thing that's been thrown about so much anymore is ridiculous. It's nonsense. Same thing with the sexism and everything else. It's been orchestrated and brought into bearing to divide and conquer. Go look at my divide and conquer video. It's ridiculous. Now, where did this racism start from? Go back a few years to right before, not directly before, but a little bit before Obama left office. What did he do? He demonized the Confederate flag. Now, I didn't give a damn about the Confederate flag. I'm not from the South. I have nothing to do with that. But he demonized the Confederate flag. Why? I'm going to tell you. Because Obama is New World Order 2, in my opinion. And he wanted to sow discord amongst the people. He wanted to get people at each other's throats. And that's exactly what happened. That's what came of this. Think about it. Before Obama did the Confederate flag demonization and getting rid of it and all this other stuff, was there all this racism talked about and bandied about? No. You got to watch out. There's been media manipulation all over the place constantly, and those are in my other videos too. Go look at this stuff. This race stuff was started by Obama with that Confederate flag thing. What happened after that? People are knocking statues down and kicking things over, and all these left people who have really no clue what's going on with the world are just eating this stuff up like it's a major thing. Like it's the major thing to talk about. They have no clue. No clue about the New World Order, no clue about this stuff, no clue about depopulation of 7 billion, no clue. And they're talking about these things like these things are important. You know, these things is in this grand scheme of things, these things, this racism, this grabber by the whatever, all this stuff amounts to basically a paper cut. When I'm talking about like getting thrown into a wood chipper, there's no comparison. That might be bad. I'm not saying it ain't bad. Racism definitely is bad. But it was fostered. This thing was fostered and brought forth to the public to divide and conquer. Same thing with police, by the way. The demonization of police. Having this community and this community against police. That's nonsense. Same thing with the military. Although not to the greatest extent like police. The demonization of the military is lesser than the demonization of police, but it's still there. I support the military and I support the police. This is ridiculous. This, oh, we're being played. Let's move on. We're being played. Let's move on. So, where was I going with this? Let's find out what the next thing. Oh, yeah, okay, yeah. So, going back to this and finishing up with this. This grab her by the thing was filed away from the J. Edgar Hoover idea to bring up, and it's been planned. There is a concerted effort, whether or not you do it, there's a concerted effort of these people, this New World Order stuff, to want to take over the world. People are doing this. It's their whole thing. It's their whole thing. You might just want to, go to work, get some cash, come home, feed your family, enjoy a vacation, sit with your friends. Not these people. These people, that's all they think about, is how they can get the control of the world. And they're doing it. It's taking centuries. That's how long it's taken. But they're getting there. And we're almost there now, where they got full control. The key thing to look for is central banks. Does a country have a central bank? Yes, it's under the New World Order control. Does a country not have a central bank owned by certain New World Order type people, which you can look into and find out yourself? What the hell? No, I'm not going to say it. You look into it. You'll figure it out. If the country doesn't have a central bank, those are the ones that always we're going to war with. And whether us or somebody's going to war, trying to overthrow the person that's in there leading the country so they can get this central bank installed in and make more money. How is the money made? Well, they take ink and they take paper and they print face value of 50s and hundreds and stuff like that, and they sell that face value to the government. In other words, the government is paying for the face value, our government, the United States. And same thing with Canada and other countries, whatever, everywhere. Canada for sure, that I know of. Actually anywhere with a central bank owned by these people. And a lot of people don't even know who the central bank is. So that's, in our country, it's the Federal Reserve, which is not federal, it's not reserve, it's not a federal entity, it's a private entity, just like McDonald's. Oh, I forgot one thing I wanted to do. All right, I'll just skip it and you're just going to tell you. But, all right, so let's continue. I'm losing my train of thought here. Okay, so when this didn't work, they thought it was going to work. Oh, well, we got some dirt on him. We thought it was going to work. Now, look at the nature of the dirt that they got on him. This little goofy comment made in a video, stuff like they didn't get nothing else on him. They probably couldn't get anything else on him because there's probably nothing there. So where did they go after this? This constant year and a half, 2 year thing with Russia, this and Russia that. It's a never-ending thing. What they're doing is they're digging up anything they can. If they ain't digging it up, they're manufacturing it. Guaranteed they're manufacturing all this nonsense. They're definitely manufacturing the stuff in the media which demonizes Trump and gets the left all crazy. Let's continue on. I'll show you that. Unprecedented hostility. Broadcast coverage of President Trump still 90% negative, study says. And this just came out. This studied thing just came out like a day or two ago from this recording. They're purposely trying to demonize Trump, and the left are just eating it all up. The left are, oh my God, he's terrible. He's a bad man. He's racist. He talks about grabbing people. Oh my. These people have no clue how the world works. They have no clue about that we're getting robbed by the Federal Reserve. They have no clue about the banking industries. They have no clue about the depopulation plans. They have no clue. And when you say, hey, I think you ought to check this stuff out, they're like, yeah, we're not going to get into it. Trump a bad man. And that's it. That's it. I can see why Alex Jones gets off and just goes and just spews out and screams and everything else, because it's just completely ridiculous. Oh my God, it's so ridiculous. Let's continue. So this is intentional, by the way. This stuff you see in the news is intentional. The news is controlled by the New World Order. Let's go. This amounts to treason, but you know what? Let's get into that a little bit later. Let's go next. Who owns all these media companies? Well, way back, go back long enough, and there's hundreds of these media companies, hundreds of little papers all over the place. Not anymore. This is from PBS, which is highly influenced by New World Order as far as I'm concerned. Six corporations basically own the media right now. So if you want to control the thoughts and the minds of basically anybody in the United States and abroad to a lot of extent, all you gotta do is control six people. How hard is it to control six CEOs? How hard is it if you have more money than God to come in and stick in your six people for CEOs of these companies? It's for these people, it's not hard. When you have trillions upon trillions upon trillions, hundreds of trillions of dollars and more, it's not hard to get six CEOs into these offices. And then once you pull those, you're pulling those six people's strings, they pull everybody else's strings. You saw it, I think. Have you never seen all these little stations around the area when people compile them, all saying verbatim the same words? Which is another video I could have brought up and showed you. But I'm sure you know what I'm talking about. Conan O'Brien used to do it on his late night show. He'd show you how people in Wisconsin and Milwaukee and this one and that one, everywhere around the country are all saying the same. News stations, little news stations, local news stations, are all saying the same words, repeating the same thing verbatim. Anyway, the news is controlled. It's controlled by the New World Order, and they have a desire to demonize Trump and get him out of office because he's not New World Order. Their guy ain't in there. They can't let Trump in there and control the United States and the United States military. They really made a big mistake when they let Trump get in. They thought they had him with the comment that he made, but they didn't. Let's continue. So 6, this amounts to treason. Treason by the people that are in the news media. People, I would say the left would be treasonous also, except they don't have no clue what they're doing. They have no clue. Now, I'm not saying that the right is 100% good. There's a lot of bad people in the right also. But this idiocracy of saying, well, Trump's bad because he's the racist, because he's this, because all this is nonsense. You've been mind controlled. Go look up Edward Bernays. Go look at my other videos that get into Edward Bernays and show you how people's minds can be controlled like that. I show you proof in my other videos how people's minds, massive people, the entire United States and the world can be controlled like that, just by one person. I prove it to you in those videos. Go watch. Next. All right, so yeah, 6 companies control everything, and we're talking about treason. So what else are we getting into? Well, echo chambers. One of the internet itself is a great tool to learn about stuff. You can learn about the New World Order on the internet if you move your butts and do it. But echo chambers, this left-right thing, the red on one side, blue on the other. I got into a Twitter argument with leftists about the New World Order, and they're saying how Trump is bad and all this stuff. And the reason they refuse to look into anything I say, they're playing it like it's some sort of a game, like it's a ball game. They're on one side, we're on the other side. Hey, our team, yeah, our team. It's nonsense. So anyway, you have these echo chambers, and how do people stay like this? I won't say specific people's names, but I've seen person after person that constantly cutting Trump down. They're against him, and these people cannot be New World Order. There's no way that they're New World Order. They just have no clue what they're talking about. But they stay in their little echo chambers, their little situation where they have all their little friends on Twitter and Facebook and wherever else they have, and everybody's patting everybody on the back. Oh yeah, Trump's a racist. Yeah, Trump's a racist. Yeah, Trump's a... And they all pat each other on the back, which perpetuates the whole darn thing. And they never look into anything. They never think for themselves. They never go into details. They don't know anything. They don't know anything. They just keep going with their little echo chambers. And once you say, hey, Trump's a racist, they pat you on the back, and then you feel great and like, okay, you're going to pat your friend on the back. And years ago, a stupid person was a stupid person. They never got nowhere. Now, with the internet, they can talk amongst themselves, the percentage. You ever see a bell curve? Okay, bell curve shows you where the vast majority is in the middle and the ends. The only people that know about the New World Order are on, well, for you, it would be this end, which would be the higher up end. we're talking about intelligence. We're talking about people that investigate things, people that look into stuff. Is my face? I bet you it is. Yeah, whatever. Um, People that investigate and look into stuff are the ones at the one end of the bell curve. In the middle are just the regular people going about their regular daily lives, normal intelligence, whatever. And over here are very not so smart people. This is the way it is. Almost everything's a bell curve in some fashion or another. So what do you do with these people over here? Well, a long time ago, they got nowhere. They got nowhere. Their opinions counted for nothing. They got nowhere. Not no more. Not with social media. Now, this whole big chunk of silly people that don't really know what the heck they're talking about pat each other on the back and yay, we go. And now they have a voice, and they're pushing their voice, and they're getting into politics. They're getting into this. They're getting into that. You know who I'm talking about getting into politics like this? Oh my. We better do something. This world is going down the drain fast. And if it ain't by the New World Order with massive destruction, it's simply by this stupidity being perpetuated and now pushed and getting into government. Oh man, we don't do something, this country is going nowhere. This particular person, I won't say his name, but I bet you know who I'm talking about. This particular person has no clue what the heck they're doing, what they're saying. They make a million mistakes a day, but they look pretty, they're pretty. So they get in. Echo chambers, patting on the back, patting each other on the back, pushing people in. We're in big trouble. Let's continue. Echo chambers are horrible. You need to get out of your echo chamber, especially the people that don't research, that don't know things, that don't understand. When someone says, hey, New World Order might be real, why don't you look into it instead of just flagging it away like it's nothing? This is serious stuff. And the New World Order is counting on it. I'm telling you, the New World Order counts on this, perpetuates it, and pushes it. These stupid echo chambers, this is a gold mine for the New World Order. These idiots that pat each other on the back and keep the whole idiocracy going. And the New World Order is just loving it, by the way. Let's go. This is the thing that I didn't set up. I wanted to find in this, here, you look at it. It's an Aaron Russo video with Alex Jones. Alex Jones and Aaron Russo talk, and I wanted to set this up.
They just put people on who they can dominate, Well, it's about their vision of how they want to see the world in their eyes. And, you and I believe in individuality, in the person being the dominant thing, the individual being the dominant person. Today we live in a world where institutions are dominant. It means that the American worker has to keep making, and how they all work together to create this one world government. It's like,
one world government. Anyway, watch the video. Just look for the Alex Jones, Aaron Russo video. It should be about an hour and a half long. So if you find ones that are shorter than that, don't watch it. There's a part in here where he says how it's already been planned, that they're going to go into Syria and this country and that country, and they're going to take out the leaders of those countries, and all this is happening. And once they get full control of the whole world, and they're trying to do it here in the United States too. How do you tell the difference between the left and right? How do you tell? Well, not how you tell, but they're saying Trump is treasonous. Trump's a traitor. He is going to be taken out of office. Well, let's see. He's pro-First Amendment, pro-Second Amendment, pro the rest of the amendment, pro-Constitution, pro-sovereignty of the United States of America, pro-helping people in this country out in various ways. But what are the other side talking about? Let's get rid of guns, which is the Second Amendment, by the way. Shut this person up. Shut him down. Look what happened to X, Y, and Z. We're going to get into that right now. Right now, we're going to get into Alex Jones. What happened to Alex Jones? He's not the only one, by the way. Milo Yiannopoulos, Gavin McGinnis, Laura Loomer, and there's other people. They're being silenced. The right, the conservatives, the right, whatever. I won't get into it. They're being silenced when someone says, "Hey, watch out." And Alex Jones is, as far as I'm concerned, the biggest one we should look at. Because he's been warning for like 20-some years, 21, 22, whatever he's been in doing this, about the New World Order. I started watching him 17, 18 years ago. And it's like, whoa, this guy knows what he's talking about. Whoa, he's the only one that's saying this stuff. And I start saying, and then he would come and say X, Y, and Z, and I'd say, oh, no way, that can't be. And then I'd research it and look into it, and whoa, it is. It is that way. Well, Alex Jones got kicked off everywhere. The New World Order hates Alex Jones because Alex Jones is against the New World Order. He's the biggest one against the New World Order. And they had to get rid of him. So they shut him down. They shut other conservatives down. They're shutting everybody up. This is a First Amendment type thing. And I don't care about this stupid, oh, well, the companies can do what they want stuff. See, that's the plan. They're going to use our own words against us, use our own laws against us. This idea of look, nowadays, Twitter, Facebook, YouTube, and other ones of this similar nature are basically social platforms, the town square type things. This is where the United States First Amendment comes in, especially the free speech part of it. It has to apply to these companies. It has to. This is ridiculous that it doesn't. And I'm a little bit disappointed in Trump that he hasn't done something about it. He needs to do something major about this. He better do it fast because we're almost out of time. Alex Jones getting kicked off everywhere. All you gotta do is ask yourself: Are you? Ask anybody. Are you pro First Amendment? You want to see Alex Jones being out there talking? And if they say no, oh, he's a no. Well, you know that's a mind-controlled person who's right under the thumb of the New World Order. Not saying that they themselves are New World Order. That they're just not. They're not with it. They're not with it. If they're saying that Alex Jones should be banned, they're right under the thumb of the New World Order. Same thing with anybody else. Milo Yiannopoulos, Gavin McInnes, Laura Loomer. There's a million of them. I can't think of them right now. All getting banned because of talking about conservative values, talking about the values of the United States of America, First Amendment, Second Amendment, and the others. Talking about national sovereignty, talking about anything that the New World Order does not want. They're getting rid of them. This is serious thing. This is a scary nature. I don't know how old you are watching this video, but if you go back 20 years ago or more, this stuff would never have went on. No way. People would be arrested and thrown in jail if they ever tried to ban a media personality. Anyway, I'm gonna say that they already knew. This was talked about at least 10 years ago by the Drudge Report, by Alex Jones, by others in the know, that the New World Order was trying to shift people away from the World Wide Web, the www, and then their own domain. They were trying to shift people away from that to what they called digital ghettos, which would be Twitter, YouTube, Facebook. Once they stick everybody in there, they hit you with terms of service, and now they don't have to follow the American laws. They don't have to follow the Bill of Rights and the First Amendment, the Second Amendment. No. Now they got you. They got you with their little terms of service thing. Well, that's ridiculous. It's a scheme. It's a plan. They intended to do it. They've done it intentionally. And the people that are backing up the company saying, well, that's their terms of service. A company has a right to do this and that. No, it's ridiculous. It's being used against you, and you're being a fool if you're for it. Ridiculous. Let's go on. So, Alex Jones ban. We just talked about that. I'm going to continue. Twitter bans Alex Jones and InfoWars, cites abusive behavior. Abusive behavior. Remember that. So, I'm putting together this video, and I'm getting material ready, and I'm thinking, okay, well, I got into these Twitter fights with people talking about the New World Order, and the left people saying, oh, Trump's bad, he's a racist, he's this, he's that, and I'm disagreeing with them. Things are getting heated, and I did not know. I started making 80% of this video, not recording it, but putting things together before I found this out. I go and I was going to bring up my Twitter stuff and show you the arguments I got into and how silly people were being. And what happened to me? We've temporarily limited your account features. Why? Abusive behavior. Abusive behavior. Let's go back here. Abusive behavior. And tonight, just a few hours ago, they nailed me for it. I gotta admit, I'm a pretty rough person when it comes to Twitter. I'll say my mind, I'll speak my piece, and I'll say it with flair and words that will knock the socks off anybody. And so does Alex Jones, but not on Twitter, but in his own program. Anyway, I didn't know this. The intent of this video was not to talk about this. I don't really give a damn, to tell you the truth, when it comes to this. I'm to the point where I'm just going to say, screw off, Jack, and screw off everybody else, because I don't give a damn. It's getting to that point. It's getting there. But see, you take all these voices down, conservative. You take all the knowledgeable people down, the ones that looked into the New World Order, the ones that researched the New World Order, the ones that talk about conservative values, the ones that talk about American values, the First Amendment, Second Amendment, the ones that talk about all this stuff. You take all these people away, all you got left is the idiots that don't know nothing. That's all you got left. And they bounce off each other in their little social circles and their little echo chambers, patting each other on the back, and they're thinking everything's wonderful. It's not. You're being played. You're being controlled. It's a mind control thing. Go look at my other videos that talk about mind control, and you'll see. Suckers. You're all a bunch of suckers that go for this banning stuff. And the ones way up on top are traitors to this country. Traitors. They need to be jailed. They need to be put in prison. They need to put in Gitmo in their orange jumpsuits. They are traitors. Let's continue. All right, we spoke about me just getting nailed, so let's go for a little another twist here before I end this video. Religion plays a big part in this. The New World Order does not want religion. And in the future, one of these times, I'm going to make a video explaining everything, explaining the universe, explaining everything. I'm not going to do it now, but I'll do it one of these times. Suffice it to say that God's the key thing that the New World Order does not want. God, I'm going to say, you're going to say, well, wait a minute, there's other religions. Like, that's a discussion for a different time. Let's just talk about Judeo-Christian type stuff for right now. Just for right now. Bible, 2 Thessalonians 2:11 to 12. 2 Thessalonians chapter 2, 11 to 12. King James Version, just because. And for this cause, God shall send them strong delusion, that they should believe a lie. In some variations, it says the lie. That they all might be damned who believe not the truth, but pleasure in unrighteousness. And in the Revelations, if you're any familiar with the Bible at all, they talk about good becoming bad, bad becoming good, evil things being looked at as good, bad things being looked, or good things being looked at as evil. It's going on all over the place now, where they're condemning Christians, they're killing Christians. There's videos of people being stoned. There's videos of people, just bad things happening to Christians, and the hatred from the left to Christians and the Bible and everything else is phenomenal. But read the thing again. See, I don't know. I still say it's worth a shot to try to do the right thing. Worth a shot to make this video. Worth a shot to try to stave off Revelations and Armageddon and all this other stuff. It's worth a shot. I certainly am not going to just sit by and do nothing. I'm also not going to just, I'm going to try to do something good. So hence this video. All right, 2 Thessalonians, we just got into it, but read it again. And for this cause, God shall send them a strong delusion, that they should believe the lie. Think of the values of the right compared to the values of the left. When you speak of the values of the right, are they more in line with what the Judeo-Christian beliefs are, or what? Where's the left believe? Think about abortion. Think about these serious topics and issues. Now, whatever. I'm not going to go into tangents, but I was going to get into one, but no, I'm not going to get into a tangent. Let's just continue on. This is serious stuff, and I'm telling you that the Bible's got a lot of this stuff down. Got a lot of it down pretty good. And I will get into a religion type thing some other time. Let's continue now for one more religious thing. 1 Thessalonians 5:3. For when they shall say peace and safety, then sudden destruction come upon them, as travail upon a woman with a child, and they shall not escape. All right, so the main thing I want to talk about here is this: sudden destruction. People are going about their lives. People are doing their little things, in their little echo chambers talking about they're patting each other on the back about Trump's a racist and Trump's a this and Trump's a that and he's terrible. I'm telling you, the reason the media is trying so hard to get him out and the FBI and this and that is there's lots of these New World Order people stuck into places and they're doing everything they can to get rid of Trump because Trump is not New World Order. Trump can't do it all. He can't do it all. I'm not glorifying Trump. I'm just saying that Trump just somehow snuck in there, and he's our only shot to it's like he's like a wedge. He's like a wedge in the New World Order, and we can lift that wedge and we can get rid of this New World Order type thing with their 7 billion depopulation plan, or we're screwed. Sudden destruction. A lot of people don't like the United States. A lot of people don't like, but that itself is orchestrated. That itself is orchestrated too. So if nukes start flying and the whole world is done in a day, don't forget about what they says here. Sudden destruction. Matter of fact, I think there's some place in the Bible where it says, in one day, the whole thing is done. So we're in serious trouble, in my opinion. And I would not brush off the Bible so lightly. Let's continue. We're almost at the end. Well, here it is. This is the end because I'm not going to go to the next one. The next one is either my appeal or whatever for Twitter. I'm not clicking on that because it's got my email address on it. But yeah, I put in an appeal for Twitter. I'm going to fight a little bit. They're asking me to take down certain posts where I bitched and complained and called people idiots and stupid because they are. But they are. Look, if a person does not look into things that are huge, of this massive size, and they refuse to look into it, what? Unbelievable. What do you call them? You know, if you say someone is stupid, then they're, that's one way of saying it. How about if you say, they're just stupid. They're really stupid. Period. End of story. Or if you say they're an imbecile. You stinking imbecile. You moron. Well, imbecile and moron are words. So I got banned for words like that. Similar words and rough words and saying, hey, wake up. Hey, do this. Why don't you research? And they're coming back with the tinfoil hats and all this other nonsense. So it wasn't just a one-way fight. It was a Twitter fight. But who got banned? Well, the left. What they like to do? Let's click on that report button. Let's click on the report button. Let's silence these people. Let's keep our stupidity in at the heights of ignorance, on the pinnacles. Let's keep our ignorance up there. Instead, well, I don't know. Go watch my other videos. You already seen this one if you came this far. If this world elevates stupidity way up here and hides and gets rid of and bans and silences people that research and thinkers and intelligence and reason, people are doing it on their own because they're idiots, and people are doing it because the New World Order is manipulating them. Go watch my other videos. All we're going to have left is the idiots up here running things until the New World Order comes in and wipes everybody out, and then we're all done. The idiots are pulling us all down with them. Look at that last image. Is this what you want? You think it can't happen? It's a weird thing where you can't talk about religion anymore. Go read the Bible. Go read Revelations. Daniel and Revelations. Think this can't happen? This is beyond the realm of what possibility is? Where nukes are coming down and blowing up cities and people are... Oh, boy. What are we going to do with the stupid people in the world? What are we going to do? What are we going to do with these stupid people? They're under the thumb of the New World Order. Our main enemy is not the stupid people. Our main enemy is the New World Order. The ones that know what they're doing. The ones that are orchestrating this stuff. Brother, I'm telling you, we need to do something, or this stuff is going to happen. Thanks for listening. Take care. Bye. Good luck. Good luck. Tell others. Tell the ones that don't want to hear this stuff. Bye.